All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of 99 Pod. You know how we do here on this show. And before we proceed to give you what you need, okay, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel because it's going down right now. Okay, send this video to 2 to 3 people you know that love the sport of boxing, that love sports in general, because I am the general. We've been pushing out a lot of content here on Real Leel TV. So make sure you like and subscribe to those. Okay, I got my wonderful co-hosts that be pushing out content with me on a regular. So make sure you call up my cellular. Okay, matter of fact, don't call up my phone. Okay, just make sure you like and subscribe to the channel to I just want to rhyme there. Okay, don't call my phone. Okay, just like and subscribe to the channel because it's going down. I'm going to give you my reactions to the Ryan Garcia and Duarte fight from a couple days back. And man, oh man, we're going to break it down right now, okay? So Ryan Garcia got the W. Congratulations, okay? He came back after, the events of last April where he lost to Gervonta Davis. And the one question that I do have going for it, as we come back and react to the fight and give our analysis on the fight, is Ryan Garcia coachable? He won, but is he coachable? That's one of the questions that I have in regards to Ryan Garcia going forward. But look, first of all, okay, we do got to give credit where credit is due. Credit to Ryan Garcia, who was coming off a bad performance against Tank, okay? Let's be clear here. It was a super fight, but it was nothing super about that fight from Ryan Garcia, okay? He made a lot of mental mistakes, and he paid the price hefty for it, okay? Coming in also with a new trainer, Derrick James, and coming in with a very sour relationship with his promoters, okay? We saw that spectacle, that Broadway show that was the press conference with D-Hop snapping on, Ryan and throwing subliminals and Ryan clapping back. There's a lot of mental, aspects to that. You're dealing with that, and essentially it's almost like your team wants you to fail in a weird way, even though they make money off of you, and you're entering a new weight class on top of that. In some ways, Ryan Garcia was coming back to the scene of the crime, immediately fighting a guy in Duarte who specializes in testing your body and has a lot of power. I mean, a lot of people were saying that, he's a young Triple G. I ain't see that, okay? With all due respect, I gotta stop hyping these cats up like they're the next big thing because I ain't seen no Triple G now, okay? Now, he may have the chin of Canelo in a way because he was taking some shots, but I ain't seen no Triple G, all right? So we need to stop trying to oversell these fighters and let their actions, okay, against steep competition speak for themselves, okay? Stop hyping these cats. Anyway, I thought early on in the fight that Ryan used his stick and move ability and tried to throw power shots behind that jab. And Duarte, as I stated before, showed a great chin, and he still was persistent and consistent in coming forward. Ryan in the beginning was very stationary, and Durante's power seemed to have an effect on him. You could make the argument that Duarte won rounds 5 and 6 and was gaining some momentum. As Ryan's outing, it wasn't a great display of the sweet science of boxing like Shakur Stevenson's win over De Los Santos was. He constantly turned his back on Duarte in the middle of pressure attacks. I thought Brody was glitching for a second. I'm like, is this guy glitching? All right. I find it odd that the refs gave Duarte plenty of warnings, okay, for hitting Ryan Garcia's back, but not giving Garcia a warning for turning his back, and that created an unfair balance of the tactics that Ryan Garcia was able to use to his advantage. And in some ways, Ryan was breaking down Duarte mentally. He got on his bike, moving laterally, forced Duarte to chase him down to frustrate him into some mistakes. And when you compare Shakur and Ryan's fights, right, because I know a lot of people's going to do that, Ryan Garcia obviously came at Shakur Stevenson's performance, and you can make the argument that Ryan Garcia definitely did not look great in this performance, clearly, right? However, the difference between Shakur Stevenson's and Ryan's fights recently was that although Ryan was on his bike, trying to break down Duarte mentally, which is similar to Shakur, who wanted to frustrate and break down De Los Santos mentally. Ryan understood that, yes, it's boxing, okay? But it's show business at the end of the night, okay? We are here to put on a show. That's why fans are coming to see me. That's why I'm this draw on social media, okay? Because of other exterior factors. But at the end of the day, I want my fans to be entertained. And he landed his money shot finally, check left hook, which he was trying to land for the majority of the fight, of the night. He wasn't able to land that shot. And once he landed it, Duarte was on wobbly feet. And Ryan, with his killer instinct, was able to get the job done. And that's what separates the fighters that people will pay to see on pay-per-views, okay? I understand, and I say this so many times, Shakur has the skills, and skills pay the bills, okay? It does. But KOs and stoppages, it pays the pay-per-views. There's the difference in this era that we are living in of boxing. It's no longer, okay, I respect the sweet science of the sport. It's I want to be entertained. We are living in the era of society that prides itself on entertainment. Everything is about entertaining. When you look at the rap, genre of music, it's about entertaining. It's not about the substance within the lyrics, the wordplay, the classic albums, the storytelling. It's not about that anymore. It's about entertaining, okay? Entertaining, okay? Can you drive up them views? Can you be a star on social media? And Ryan Garcia has that. He has a big following on Instagram. He has a fan-friendly style in the ring as well. And although, let's be real here, because I want to make sure we are very clear here. Shakur Stevenson is more talented than Ryan Garcia. And I think it would be bad management if they allow Ryan Garcia to fight a guy like Shakur. I understand Shakur Stevenson's last performance, brought the heck out of people, including my damn self. That's time I can't get back. I understand we are frustrated with Shakur Stevenson, and we have a right to be, okay? But let's not get lost like Boo Boo the Fool out here, okay? My guy's still talented. He's still a pound-for-pound fighter, and he still will box circles around Ryan Garcia, who is clearly, to me, a one-dimensional fighter. When you look at the top fighters that have belts, especially at 140, they are one-dimensional fighters. For example, Progress, who's going to be fighting up against Devin Haney next week or this upcoming week, he has a lot of power. He could crack, but he doesn't utilize his jab. Rolly can punch, but let's be real here, okay? Rolly can't fight. With all due respect, Rolly cannot fight, all right? Scott cannot box, but he can crack, Teofimo Lopez, he has the capabilities to be more than a one-dimensional fighter. I seen him use a jab against Loma to victory. But at times, we saw him being one-dimensional, trying to headhunt against Cambosos and trying to headhunt against Sander Martin. So he does have his moments where he chooses to fight one-dimensionally, but that's, from time to time. So I think how far Ryan Garcia goes will be determined by his handlers choosing his opposition in the pathway to get him back in a position to perhaps in the future maybe rematch Tank Davis, okay? Now, as far as Derrick James is concerned, he has work to do when it comes to Ryan Garcia, okay? The reason why I thought Ryan Garcia and Derrick James was a perfect pairing was because Derrick is a defensive-minded head coach, and Ryan needed to improve on that side, right? And I saw no improvement with all due respect in this fight. He actually looked worse, to be honest. And that's why I bring up the question, is Ryan Garcia coachable? Because we can't ignore the history with him and his trainers, okay? He had two of respected trainers, Eddie Winoso, who's a former coach of the year, Joe Goosen, who coached him in the Tank Davis fight. And those are two respected trainers that give good advice in the ring and all that. And he still wasn't able to, work with them, and they fell off for whatever reason. And now he called up Derrick James. This is his first fight, with Derrick James. Obviously, chemistry has to be, developed. But I'm not sure if this guy is coachable. He's one-dimensional. It's hard for me to look at Ryan Garcia's other relationships and not draw a correlation. I'm not sure what the dynamics are with him and Oscar De La Hoya and B-Hop and what that is. But bottom line, Ryan Garcia has a history of falling out with trainers and promoters, and it wasn't pretty, man. My guy was trying to take a blueprint out of Mayweather's book with the shoulder roll, and even the commentators were like, yo, what is this guy doing? So is he coachable? We'll find out. He won. That's the most important thing, and he got the win by stoppage. And I tell people all the time, sometimes it's not how you do it, it's how you do it. And clearly he did it in a fan-friendly affair. And Shakur Stevenson, although in his last fight he, displayed the great boxing IQ and he won the fight based off of that, he failed to make a statement. And that's what separates today's fighters in the era of entertainment and social media and wanting guys to pay for your pay-per-views. And in closing, what's next for Ryan Garcia? I think he should, fight Rolly Romero. There's history. Obviously, we all saw that sparring match on YouTube in which Rolly got the better of Ryan Garcia, but it's still a winnable fight. And with a guy of his caliber, you want to get him a belt, you want to get him in position, and, you want to carefully navigate who you want him to be in the ring with if you're caring about making more money off of this guy, which Golden Boy should be their number one priority. Forget the beef. I'm trying to make money. He's trying to make money. All right, this is the pathway to go. Rolly will be that fight coming up next for me if that's the way you want to go. And avoid Shakur Stevenson at all costs, okay? Avoid Teofimo Lopez for right now. And we'll see how it goes down. It's the one and only, The Real Leel. And I'm out of here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel because it's going down. Have a good night. Your boy's outie.